My name is James Milne. I'm the president for ACS Publications. My career has been in publishing, scientific publishing, working with 3 other organizations before I joined ACS about 7 years ago. ACS is kind of the pinnacle of science publishing, based on the quality, the impact and the influence of the communications that we provide. So my role with ACS is really to look at the strategy, the development, and how we progress science as part of ACS Publications' mission and vision. Well, I'm not a chemist by training, but I have done chemistry publishing for about 20 years now. So I'm familiar with where the funding is, where the research goes, and where the direction is. My observations of late is very much the application side of chemistry is where a lot of activity is. So the materials side, environmental areas, and touching in the areas of health as well. So really seeing those areas develop. And energy in particular is another area that I've seen. We saw a lecture just yesterday at the JAC Symposium, very much about energy conservation, energy storage and so forth. So if you think about the United Nations Shared Development Goals, basically chemistry feeds into quite a number of those to support how we can make the globe a better place for everyone. The first observation is that Westlake University didn't exist the last time I was here, and that was only 5 years ago. But it was an idea, a conception. It was starting. So I actually visited the Westlake last time I was here. So the old, now I'm seeing the new in that sense. The tour we had of Westlake University yesterday was fantastic. It's like if you start with a blank piece of paper, how do you design a university? How do you create the philosophy? How do you create the structure to really cultivate the best from scientists? And the whole idea is how do we advance science for the good of humanity? And that really ties in nicely with what I've seen when we were showing around some of the facilities. So yeah, it's a vibrant place, dynamic place, and it's great to be here. And I took a photo from the hotel at lunch, thinking next time I'm here, it'll be a completely different photo. Had I heard of Westlake before? Absolutely, because we worked together with a artificial photosynthesis partner journal that we're launching in the future. Jiajing is our editor-in-chief for Accounts and Materials Research. So a really high-profile individual supporting that journal, which is our first partner journal, and recently received its impact factor, first impact factor, which I think was 14.6. Yeah, and it's doing great. So Westlake University absolutely was on my map. This is my first visit to it. It's the first opportunity, of course. Well, I'll kind of go back to the shared development goals, because chemistry is being done and developed really for the good of humankind. I mean, people don't just do chemistry for the sake of it. So there's a lot of societal benefits there. Back to the environment, energy, materials development, so that we have better mobile phones and such like. These are all great things. So the developments in chemistry really tie in with that. And that's where we see the growth in published output. We can map this very closely to where the funding drives areas. But there is a symbiotic relationship where people see the research being successful. You see more funding supporting that, and it drives even more publications, patents, and such like. So it's a dynamic environment, but we're part of that system. Well, from what I've picked up, you're doing a pretty good job already in terms of the way that you're approaching the dynamics, the collaboration that you have there. What would I say to PhD students these days? I'd say network, enjoy your career, do what you are passionate about, but really go in with the eyes open. And one of the key things I would say, and I say this to colleagues within publishing as well, is network, get to know people, build bridges, and really use that in the future as well. Because what you can give on one hand, someone will support you on the other. So it really helps in the long run. Well, it ties in with so many things I've said already. It's the international collaboration, sharing of knowledge, showing advancement, and also encouraging early career scientists as well to learn and gain and network as part of the activity. So it's a great opportunity for us both as ACS Publications and CAS, our formerly Chemical Abstracts Division, just to be here to showcase what we can do as well. So we have a number of editors partaking in this conference. Great opportunity for them to answer questions with young researchers, to talk about the publishing process or how things work, but also to discuss their science as well. So opportunities like this are great because conferences are really a bringing together of minds and gelling the thought process for those people. Well, I'd love to see this repeated and being part of this in the future. And I think it's a great title because it's a canvas that allows you to go in different directions as well going forward. So I look forward to collaborations both in terms of events, with organising events like this, working with early career researchers and showcasing all the great work that we can do together. So I look forward to interactions in the years ahead, absolutely.